Your brain is being hijacked by a synthetic past. That hyper-saturated 2000s aesthetic on your feed isn't just a trend, it's a digital trap. You're trading your future for a manufactured memory that never existed. Stop scrolling and realize you are losing the ability to create anything new right now. Welcome to AIL, where entertainment isn't just what we watch, it's who we are. Today, we're diving into a fascinating cultural phenomenon, the way we remember the past and how those memories are increasingly shaped by technology, commerce, and psychology. Our journey will explore the hallucination of the good old days, the engineering behind our comfort with nostalgia, and the commercial forces that capitalize on it. Ultimately, we'll confront the dangers of living in a loop of retro reflection and consider ways to break free to create something truly new. Let's start with the striking contrast. Think back to the physical artifacts of the 1990s and early 2000s. The grainy VHS tapes, scratched CDs, bulky TVs with fuzzy screens. Those objects, with all their imperfections, were the real deal. They carried the grit, the noise, the flaws of their time. Now, consider how we consume those memories today. Thanks to digital upscaling and 8K remasters, these once flawed relics have been polished to a neon-soaked sheen. Colors glow brighter, edges sharper, and every frame looks hyper-real, almost too perfect. This transformation eases the imperfections that once defined those moments, creating a sanitized, idealized version of history. Psychologically, this is a significant shift. We no longer just remember the past, we simulate it. And these simulations are often more comforting than the actual events. The rough edges, the awkwardness, and even the discomforts are smoothed over. Our minds favor this filtered nostalgia because it offers a safe, controlled emotional experience, a kind of synthetic hug that shields us from the unpredictability of real memory. This comforting nostalgia isn't accidental. Streaming platforms and content creators have mastered algorithms that prioritize aesthetic familiarity over narrative innovation. The goal? To keep viewers passively engaged for as long as possible. These algorithms lean on sensory triggers that our brains associate with safety and comfort, like lo-fi sound frequencies and specific color palettes reminiscent of past decades. These elements release dopamine, a neurochemical linked to pleasure and reward, which keeps us returning for more. Global franchises, too, exploit this dynamic. They resurrect beloved childhood intellectual properties, nostalgic cartoons, movies, and games to act as psychological shields. In a socioeconomic climate as uncertain as 2026, these franchises offer a reassuring refuge, a way to manage anxiety and unpredictability by retreating into familiar worlds. But this nostalgia has a price. It fuels a booming, curated vintage economy where scarcity is manufactured. Limited edition, reissues, rare collectibles, and high-priced digital assets turn shared cultural history into commodities. Social media trends accelerate this process by flattening complex historical eras into digestible, sellable core aesthetics. Think vaporwave, cottagecore, or retro synthwave. These simplified styles become identity markers in commercial products, often detached from the rich, nuanced realities they once represented. Moreover, corporations weaponize fan service, the deliberate inclusion of nostalgic elements that appease devoted audiences. This tactic bypasses critical engagement, allowing creative stagnation to persist under the guise of homage. Instead of innovation, we get endless recycling of the past, packaged to feel familiar and safe. This cycle creates what I call the stagnation loop. Our obsession with the retro future stalls the emergence of a unique cultural identity for the 2020s. AI-generated content feeds on this past data, creating a recursive cycle where new media looks and feels like everything and nothing at the same time. The danger is profound. A society that chooses the comfort of a digital echo over the uncertainty of an unknown cultural future risks becoming trapped in its own nostalgia. We lose the capacity for genuine creativity and cultural growth. So, how do we reclaim authentic memory and culture? First, we need to embrace the ugly and the unmarketable parts of our histories, the flaws, the discomforts, the imperfect moments that don't fit neatly into curated aesthetics. These are the pieces that make our memories real and meaningful. Second, supporting avant-garde experimental media is crucial. These works intentionally break away from nostalgic aesthetics to spark new ideas and perspectives. They challenge us to imagine futures beyond the glossy simulations of the past. Finally, I challenge each of you to stop visiting the graveyard of your childhood. Instead, let's start building a new cultural legacy, one that values authenticity, innovation, and the unknown. Only then can we truly move forward. This video is a quick reflection on the power of nostalgia in media. If you'd like a deeper dive, I plan to expand on this topic in a future video. Thank you for joining me in this exploration. Remember, nostalgia can be a comforting friend, but it shouldn't become a cage. Let's celebrate the past, yes, but let's also dare to create the future. Thanks for watching.